We have a poster here from the ENDEAR study group. The ENDEAR study was a multi-center study that looked at treating infants under 7 months of age with spinal muscular atrophy with intrathecal nusinersen. This is an agent that is very specifically targeted to the part of the flawed SMN2 gene that makes it difficult to incorporate exon 7. So as we all have our SMN2 genes, these produce small amounts of SMN protein. People with SMA who have no SMN1 to produce the SMN protein are completely dependent on their SMN2 gene. And then depending on how many copies of that they have variable severity of disease and weakness. What the nusinersen does is it takes and attaches its molecule to the SMN2 gene and then allows it to produce a full-length functional SMN protein. So it increases the SMN protein level. And we've seen through clinical trials that this improves the strength and power of the babies with SMA, or people with SMA who are treated. This is now an FDA-approved, the first FDA-approved treatment in spinal muscular atrophy. And what this poster did was three simple things, I think. It went back and looked just at the ENDEAR trial with the targeted 120 infants who were treated under 7 months of age. And it looked at the time to improvement in their motor response as they were followed serially in a protocol. And what it noted is that first, the younger the infant was, so when they striated the group and looked at a group who began treatment before 12 weeks of age, and those who began treatment after 12 weeks of age, they found that the younger infants responded more quickly. This is good to know. It encourages us to identify and diagnose SMA as quickly as possible. It also followed the children out over the full length of the protocol and noted that the children who responded quickly also had prognostically a better outcome because they continued to improve. They didn't plateau. So the earlier they started, through at least the interval of observation, they had more improvement. But I think one other point to make is that even those who didn't begin improving as quickly did improve. So that even if it was a later onset or later detection of disease, it was still very beneficial to the child to be treated.
There was one poster that I found particularly interesting that looked at the children who were treated in the ENDEAR phase 3 study. So these are infants, and the majority of them showed improvement on the motor function scales, like the CHOP and TEND or the high knee scales, within the first 6 months. But this poster emphasized that even the children that didn't respond in those first 6 months, the majority of them did respond within a year. So I think what I'm taking from that is we sometimes have to be patient and continue to dose them because we're not seeing quite a uniform response yet. There's some quick responders and there's some slower responders. So we need to just continue with the treatment and try to be patient with these babies, particularly the severe type 1 patients.